Good evening, folks, or good afternoon, or good morning, whenever you're watching this video. Oh my goodness, let me go ahead and remove
Welcome
this.
to the NFC North preseason preview for 2025-2026 season. I'm Ace,
I'm JPeeps.
and we got arguably the best division in football coming to break down for you guys from last year, the NFC North, which top to bottom was stacked, and arguably all four were playoff caliber teams. Well, one was on the fringe, but this year they're going to be a playoff caliber team. So, with that being said, let's get straight into it with the reigning division champs, the Detroit Lions, who started 15-2 last year. Actually, shout out them, number one seed in the NFC, I believe, right?
Yep, number one seed had home field advantage up until that divisional round. Um, they drafted
Got
Talik Williams,
obliterated.
Isaac Tesla, Miles Frazier, Ahmed Hassan, Dan Jackson, or Dirty Dan Jackson out of Georgia. Probably the most slept on corner or slept on safety in this draft. Dominic Lovett, free agent signings Zach Cunningham, DJ Reed, and Rock Sin, and also Pat O'Connor. Uh, yeah, I like what they did to address the secondary. Dan Jackson, DJ Reed. I like those two moves. I think Dan Jackson at some point can start on this defense.
Oh yeah, him and Brian Branch in that secondary in the safety
Mm-hmm.
spots are going to be good. You got also Kirby Joseph, who you just paid, so I assume Brian Branch staying in his hybrid slot role. You have DJ Reed replacing Carlton Davis. That's going to be a good move for them. Terran Arnold, you're hoping for the next step in his development, his former first round pick. You got to cut out the penalties, but otherwise, he's got a bright future if he does. You talk about Dan Jackson. I feel like that's the key guy there. If he hits, Detroit might get even more nastier in the back end. I know
Yes.
you lost your key subtractions though this year are Ben Johnson going to Chicago and Aaron Glenn going to the Jets. I feel
Yeah.
like that by themselves is the biggest subtractions to the team. So it's gonna be interesting to see where they promoted within for their coordinator roles. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Dan Campbell takes the new coordinators and how they all fit together.
So let me ask you this right off the gate: will they take a step back defensively?
I think it will. Every time we get a new defensive system, the offense is harder to get along, but like defensive communication is going to be off for
Mm,
initial minute. Especially when you have if Dan Jackson's your second starting safety, him and Kirby Joseph might have miscues early on. So that's what you're going to see in lapses and defensive breakdowns. But but I think they'll be full steam ahead. You know what I mean? Because you got Kelvin Shepard, John Morton as your new coordinators, right? Kelvin Shepard, we know he's former DB, going to be in there now. He was with Aaron Glenn, so he's not like he hasn't run the same system. So I assume it's going to be the same plug and play system. It's just getting the young guys up to speed and
yeah.
taking next steps in development. And you got to make sure you're healthy up front. Like we saw last year, Detroit defensive line got obliterated by injuries. It was
Yes.
like one after another got hurt. So
Thing
hopefully
about this
you guys
division
stay healthy.
the thing about this division was is like as good as it was, it beat itself up, and then you saw it during playoff time between like the wild card round and then like the divisional round. Like you saw the Vikings, they were worn out. The Lions that opening round, jeez, I mean they needed that first round bye, but my gosh,
Yeah,
they walked
it
out there.
was it
My
was
God,
textbook. Just beat yourselves up within in the division games during the regular season. By the time you get to the playoffs, you're just limping, and it's easy
hmm
picking for the other teams.
hmm
Like look at the NFC East, right? They play the Cowboys and the Giants for 4 games total of their season, right?
yeah,
While Detroit was playing all 4 of their games against the 5 seed and the 7 seed, and arguably the 5 seed could have been the 2 seed or 3 seed.
yes, exactly. So with that, let's go ahead and let's bring up the Lions schedule for this season. So when you look at it, Um,
They
and
got a rough first 3 games. There's gonna
they
be
do.
a good test right there.
They do. So as follows, the road games are in gray. The home games are in blue. So week one, you know, well, yeah, really weeks 1 through 3. You got the Packers, the Bears, and the
Two
Ravens.
tough road games. Oh
Yeah,
wow! I just looked. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 very challenging road games. You got to go into Lambeau. Got to go into Bank of America. You got to go into Cincinnati. You got to go into Arrowhead. All in your first 6 weeks
and then
with
you
a
play.
very young new defense. Whew.
So
That'd be a
that's
good
what?
test for
Oh
Detroit.
my gosh, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 playoff teams in the first 7 weeks.
And don't not to mention you go bye week, and then you go Minnesota, Washington, defending champs, Eagles.
Sheesh.
I feel
Yeah,
bad for Detroit on that, but I think Detroit's going to sneak a couple games here. I think they can easily start 2-0. Let's be real. Like it looks hard, but
yeah.
Detroit is if Detroit stays Detroit, Detroit's starting 2-0. Baltimore's not a slouch, but Detroit's not a slouch either. So
I
that might
think
be a little bit. They're
I
going to
think
beat Cleveland. They could
so.
beat Cincinnati. You could beat Kansas City.
Uh,
Tampa always got their number.
I don't know if they can beat Kansas City.
Well, I mean, they already won an Arrowhead and did it.
That's
We've
true
seen them
too.
do it before. We've seen it happen last year. Like that's like week 6. So you expect the defense kinks to be worked out. Jared Goff should be healthy. You have Amon-Ra, JMO, Tesla should be fit into the offense. It's it's not like it's impossible to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean that is a prime time game, so
I mean, you can easily see this being like you you go 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, potentially a 4-1. You could even be if you beat Cincinnati and Kansas City,
yeah,
you
you're
take the
five.
season as a W immediately because that means you're going what 3-1, 5-1 in your first 6 games,
Yeah,
and that's your arguably your hardest part of your schedule. When you look at the back end of the schedule, you go Giants, Green Bay, Dallas, Rams, Steelers, Vikings, Bears, right?
yeah,
Steelers are we're not taking Steelers very much serious because Steelers are just the geriatric home. So by week 16 they should be falling apart. The Rams the Rams will be a challenging one, but the Cowboys, let's be real, like it depends
that
on
ain't
if
happening.
Dak's healthy. It depends if Dak's healthy. Green Bay, it's a tough game, but it's not like hard hitting like how a Minnesota defense is.
And
The
thankfully,
Green
it's
Bay defense don't hit the same. So I feel like on the back end of your schedule, you got after that Philly game, right? You only got 2 hard hitting defenses in the Rams and the Vikings, really. So if you can get through that first, get to your bye week with only 2 losses, you're ahead if you're Detroit. You're looking at that as an absolute plus, and if you go undefeated, that's even better. I doubt it, but it's not impossible. But it's not like detrimental. As long as you don't drop 4 of these games, you should be good.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's a possibility they could still be like division champs again. Now, how many games do they win? I don't know. I don't think they'll be the 1 seed again. I don't see them only dropping
Yeah,
two.
I don't see a 15-2 time again. I can see maybe like 12-5, 13-4.
I'd say 12-5, 11-6, but still winning the division.
I'm gonna say they split against Minnesota. I don't think they get swept by Minnesota. I think they split Minnesota.
Yeah,
I think they can sweep Chicago. Even though Ben Johnson, you expect him to be that. I still think Detroit can get Chicago. So I'll
mm.
give them the sweep in Chicago. I'll say they split against Green Bay. I say they probably lose both games to the NFC East, but they could beat the Eagles if they catch the Eagles slacking.
They can beat the Giants too. Though
I'm
they,
sure they want their lick back. I'm sure they can get their lick back against Washington if they really wanted to.
let's
They're
see.
going to
Is
be hungry for that Washington game.
Ooh, that's on the road. Yeah, they
Yeah.
have that.
They got 3 straight road games out of the bye. But at least their home games are easy home games. They're
True.
going to drop 50 on the Giants.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, by that point, I think Joe Shane might be fired by November 23rd.
Yeah, Joe Shane, Brian Dable will probably be gone by then.
Yeah,
So that's a good bounce back week if you drop either or Washington or Philly, if worst case scenario, both. But I think of like best case scenario, I think they start like 5-1 and then maybe 5-2. Best case scenario coming into the bye week. You could potentially take 2 out of the 3 games coming out of the bye week, but worst case scenario is like a solid chance though. You could easily come out 0-3 out of the bye week, which you don't want to happen.
yeah, you really don't, because then it could start like a downward skid.
But overall, I'd say like a 12-5 season for Detroit, 13-4, something like that.
Yeah, I'm in the neighborhood of 12-5 or 11-6
I want to
for
see what
them.
their over under on wins is. Just curious.
But while he brings that up,
10.5 wins is on BetMGM. It's 10.5 wins. I'd take the over on that. Fox
yeah,
Sports has them at 14.5. I would take the under on that though. So depending what sports book you look at, it's different. Some places definitely have them at 10.5. So if it's 10.5, I'd take the over.
Yeah, 100%. And that brings us to the second place team on this list. Last year, they went 14-3. Wow, geez, 14-3 would have won a lot of other divisions. The Minnesota Vikings. So they drafted Donovan Jackson, Ty Felton,
like him,
Tyrion Ingram,
Dawkins,
Kobe
Kobe King. That's a good name.
Gavin
Bartholomew. Terrible name. No offense, Gavin Bartholomew. You might be a great person. I don't know.
Imagine your parents.
But if you have Bartholomew in your name, I'm sorry. It just you make me think of the Flash. Oh, that too. But Bartholomew Allen, yeah, nah, Barry Allen's better. Stick with the Barry, Gavin Barry or something. I don't know. Bartholomew is just too long.
So free agent signings, they got Jordan Mason via trade. They got Will Fries, Ryan Kelly, Javon Hargraves from South Carolina State, HBCU alum, and then Andrew Van Ginkel. Look, man.
Some of them I like. Jordan Mason, I kind of think he's kind of washed. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, no, you're not alone there.
He was not good in Tampa and in Houston.
Now I'm gonna be real.
I like the Donovan Jackson pick.
My only question here is are they ready?
JJ?
Like, well, not aging, but like
no, JJ McCarthy. I'm talking about. Like, do you think JJ McCarthy is ready?
Yeah, is JJ McCarthy going to be ready to like take these reins by himself and just run with it?
You could see it. I'm not saying no. If JJ McCarthy was coming out in this year's class, he would be either 1 or 2 and most likely 1.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like if you take the season he had at Michigan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything that happened in Michigan, winning the championship, everything there. You take that in that bubble, compress it, take it to the 2025 draft, and you stick him in that draft class, he goes number 1 overall.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, 100%.
With little to no debate.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're the Minnesota Vikings, you're looking at this and you're like, we got the best wide receiver in the game. Some might say it's Jamar. It depends. Jetta's probably better.
I think
you got Jettas. You got Jordan Addison. You got my fault. I'm forgetting his name. He's pretty good. The third wide receiver they have.
Wait, did you say Jordan Addison?
Oh, now my brain's thing. He was a get his name in a minute. But anyway, you got one of the better wide receiving trios.
Did you say Jordan Addison?
Yeah, I said. I already said Jordan Addison. I'm forgetting his name. My bad. Jalen Naylor. That's what it was. I'm like, I knew he was a 5th round. I just can't remember.
You got Rondale Moore too.
But he was good. Yeah, he's coming off a torn ACL though.
Yeah.
But you got a good offense for JJ. He's walking into that. You upgraded your offensive line. You kept Christian Darrisaw as your left out. You're moving Donovan Jackson inside. Ryan Kelly's not bad. Your biggest concern right now is that right side of the line between Kelly, Fries, O'Neal.
Mm-hmm.
That's your biggest question mark right there for him because you got Hawkinson as your safety blanket. You got Naylor, you got Addison, you got Jefferson, you still got Aaron Jones. You added Jordan Mason, who was good last year. And you still got one of the better, you have one of the best defensive coordinators in the league in Brian Flores. And you added some pieces. And also, the best part is you're getting Mekhi Blackman back, who was your number one corner who came off a season-ending injury in training camp. So there's potential that Minnesota could win the division. There's a very good chance if JJ has like a Daniels type transition to the NFL, which I think is not improbable. I think it's like a solid like 70% chance he does, but not like to the extent Jaden was. But he's gonna be better than what Caleb was last year.
I think it comes down to how fast does the game slow down for him. Because I mean, it's one thing I can say is like, yes, you tore your ACL. Yes, you got a chance, or not ACL. I think it was meniscus, right? It was either ACL or
it was meniscus, and it was mainly meniscus he tore.
Okay, yeah. See, so it's like, yeah, you got the chance to study and kind of see the game from the sideline perspective and see, different types of blitz packages, different types of defensive schemes, and how they attack you and what you can do against them. Because yes, while we give Sam Darnold a hard time, Sam Darnold was a good person to set up under and watch for a season. So I think it's a matter of how fast does the game slow down for him. If it slows down for him like how it slowed down for Jaden Daniels, I think he has potential to be special.
Hey, I just noticed Jeff Okuda's on the Vikings, bro. That's one of the biggest busts of all time. That man's on like 14.
Go at that side this season if you're going against the Vikings.
He is behind Isaiah Rodgers. Oh my god, that's barbecue chicken.
So the point is, yes, they better score.
You got Blackman and Brian Murphy though. You're not cooked, but you can add another corner in that room. That room needs a solid third starting corner. And today's NFL, with the amount of like multiple wide receiver packages you're getting, you need 3 good corners.
I agree. I would agree.
Look at Philadelphia. They had 3 good corners, and we saw how that went. But pull up the schedule there for Minnesota. Oh god, what Minnesota was doing on the schedule, man.
Yeah, no, geez, heaven forbid you're colorblind, or like just like.
Sheesh. Oh my god.
This messes with the eyes a lot.
For Minnesota, this is just evil.
The home games are
important.
Right. The away games are
yellow. If you can't read the logo, that means it's a road game. All right, week 1 against the Bears. I'd say that's a W.
Week 2 at home.
W.
Yeah, that's a win.
Week 3, rest in peace, Joe Burrow. I feel so bad for you. You're going to get sacked 5 times, minimal.
Dang, I was going to say it might be an offensive explosion.
It's going to be an offensive explosion, but he's going to get sick. He's going to get sacked 5 times too.
Fair.
Like, he's going to have his 400 yards and 5 TDs going at Isaiah Rodgers and Jeff Okudah on the third corner. But he's going to get sacked 5 times too. And JJ McCarthy is going to have his best game of his career.
Dang. Yeah, I could see it against that defense.
Jettas might easily go for 200 that game. If you got a fantasy playing, like if you're a fantasy owner and you got Jettas in this, bro, you're gonna be happy looking at week 2 and 3, man. You got AJ Terrell barbecue chicken, and then you got week 3. Minnesota. Now Minnesota might bracket, or not Minnesota. Cincinnati might try to bracket Jettas, but it ain't. It's still gonna be barbecue chicken.
Mm.
And then Pittsburgh, my God, you're getting 30-something-year-old Darius Slay. Now, Slay, to be fair, does get cover Jettas pretty good early last season. Yeah. But that's barbecue chicken at this point. Slay was, after the injuries, I don't know what Slay we're getting. So that might easily be barbecue chicken. You got Jalen Ramsey. Oh, my God. Everybody was cooking Jalen Ramsey last 3 years. Barbecue chicken.
Oh my
Denzel
god!
Ward might be a tougher one. Denzel Ward probably the best corner you're gonna see.
In the
Then you
first 5
go to
weeks,
Philly. You got who's got some dogs? I don't know who's gonna be the replacement. I want to see if they take gosh
I mean the
boy
whole entire defense in Philadelphia is just scary.
they're gonna give him trouble in Philly. It's not gonna be one man stopping Jetta. It's gonna be the whole team.
Week 7, I got Philadelphia winning that one.
Yeah, I can see Philadelphia's gonna win that. I'm gonna say Minnesota wins week 8 though.
I could see that.
So
What
let me
about
see.
week
Let me get this right. Right, I
17
could
now?
see them starting. I could see honestly Minnesota starting 5-0. Most likely 4-1 though. Legitimate chance though they start 5-0.
Possibly, and then we'll be crowning JJ McCarthy like how we crowned Jaden Daniels last year.
Yep. My thing is, I wonder if they're gonna give JJ McCarthy eligibility for Rookie of the Year, like how they did for Ben Simmons. I just want to know if that would happen.
I don't think the NFL would do that. I don't think
I
they
don't know.
probably.
Have there been a rookie quarterback that missed the entire rookie season?
I mean, Tom
Like from
Brady
injury. I mean like
injury.
Rogers, like Rogers, he came in 4 years later though, so he doesn't really count. Patrick Mahomes played week 17 or whatever it was. Well, it was week 17 because it was still 16 games. Week
I don't.
17 when he was a rookie. So like,
I don't
has there
think.
really? I don't know if there's been a quarterback who's missed the entire rookie season.
I don't
He only
think.
played one preseason game, so I don't think you could really count that against him for a rookie.
Yeah, I don't think there has been, like, not in this scenario. I
Because
mean,
if he does like if they give him eligibility for a rookie award, he's gonna win it over Cam Ward. No offense to him or Travis Hunter.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think. I don't. I think Travis Hunter. The only thing he might win is like defensive rookie of the year. Like that's about it. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah, I didn't
So
do the AC South video, so I didn't talk. I can't speak on that. But right here, right. So let's say if Minnesota starts 5-0, right, they're gonna drop week 7, so you're 6-1. This is what we're operating under if they start 5-0. So 5-0, 5-1, 6-1. We say they split Detroit, so they lose the road game. Let's say 6-2. I don't think you're beating Baltimore, but it's
no,
a home game though.
you gotta tackle
It's a
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that's the thing. Florida's gonna make it rough though on him. I'm gonna say Baltimore on this one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Baltimore on that one. So I'll say what 7-3, 5, yeah, 7. No, 6-3. My bad. Yeah, 6-3, 7-3. I'm gonna say you split with Green Bay
mm.
because that's a tough rivalry. I'm gonna say you split with Green Bay. So this is the road game.
Ooh,
I'm gonna say Green Bay.
what's that? Week 13. Week 13, you
That's
get.
week 12, and then you got Seattle Sam Darnold revenge game. I'm gonna still say Minnesota wins that game.
Oh yeah, 100%. Who knows? I mean,
So
Jalen Morrow might be starting by then.
if I speak, I would be in big trouble. All right, 5-0, 5-1, 6-1, uh,
He's got
6-3, 7-3, 7-4, 8-4, 8-5. I'm gonna say Washington wins that,
Yeah, I
but
think,
it will be a dogfight. It will be a dogfight,
yeah. Future playoff
but
matchup possibly.
very much so. I'm gonna say Washington comes in there and gets it done.
Yeah,
That's a little.
they're
That's a little
beating Dallas
sizzle.
and they're beating New York.
Yeah. So 8-5. Um, that's yeah 8-5, 9-5, 10-5, 11-5, 12-5. 12-5 season, not bad.
I
I
think yeah,
think they're in the range. I can see them dropping a game here or there. One of the games also we mentioned, so like Cincinnati. So I
Mhm.
think they're somewhere in that 11-6. But I could also see them winning against like a Baltimore or a Washington. So I will say 13-4 to a solid
6.
11-6 to 13-4, somewhere in that range is where they'll end up.
Makes sense because I think them and Detroit will be about neck and neck again.
It's gonna be a tight one. It'll be determined by one of the games.
Mm-hmm.
That Week 17 game might decide the division.
Yeah, no, it might.
Like let's say Minnesota beats Detroit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then they would take the tiebreaker or whatever, like based off division record or something, and then they're gonna have that with TBD on Green Bay game. So potentially it's like if Green Bay is right there, all of Detroit's gonna be rooting for Green Bay because if like Green Bay wins, let's say Green Bay wins, then Detroit would win the division because of like conference record or division record or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that could happen. Or Minnesota takes tiebreaker from Detroit and has to beat Green Bay to get the division crown.
Could happen.
That could be
Speaking of
coming
Green
down
Bay,
to the last 2 weeks right there.
and that's going to take us to Green Bay with that.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, again, another double-digit winning team in this division last year, 11-6. They
Double
drafted
dip that wide receiver.
I like that pick, Matthew Golden,
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Belton, Savion Williams, Baron Sorrell, Colin Oliver, Warren Brinson, Michael Robinson, John Williams. In free agency, they got Miko Hardman, Aaron Banks, Isaiah Simmons, and Nate Hobbs. I like the Isaiah Simmons and Miko Hardman addition.
Miko Hardman ain't gonna do much besides special teams probably.
Mm-hmm.
But what we really want to see with Green Bay, right, is how much did that knee injury that Jordan Love took in Week 1 impacted mobility throughout the rest of the season? Because he was not very mobile this past season, but we know he can move, right? Like he
Yeah.
gets out of the pocket, he can create with his legs and all that. Last year he couldn't really do that after that injury. We saw him, he wore the brace and all that. So this year with him, he's got to bounce back. He got a boatload of money, and he doesn't have a wide receiver excuse anymore because you got Matthew Golden, you got Romeo Dobbs, you got Savion Williams, you got Nicole Hardman, you still got Bo Melton, who they have playing corner right now, and you still got I'm forgetting the guy, Deontay Wicks.
So let me ask you this now:
You got some dogs.
for
Gotta keep it
Matthew
together.
Golden, over under 12 touchdowns this year.
I'm gonna take the under on that. 12 touchdowns is a lot. I think he might get like 9.
I was gonna say 10.
9, 10, yeah, I can see it.
I was
But
gonna say
I
10.
think he steps in then. He's wide receiver 1 by Week 1.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He's snatching wide receiver 1 from Romeo Dobbs. He shouldn't have fell that far in the draft. Let's be real. He should not have been there at 22. And the NFL, he's gonna make the NFL pay. He's a kind of dog that will make you pay for that kind of thing.
I agree because
his release is crisp, man. It's actually nice to watch.
Because what was he the second wide receiver off the board?
No, I don't. The tight ends, there was 2 tight ends that went, and I don't think he was. I'm gonna check the draft, but I know McMillan went and Travis Hunter went. So it depends on if you include Travis Hunter.
Yeah. Well, okay. I guess in that case, like, I guess as far as true wide receivers, like only wide receiver, I guess he's what, the third one? Because I mean, yeah.
No, Egbuka got drafted before him too.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. He's like the third one.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Still, he shouldn't have gone that late though. Still, yeah. That's crazy. So yeah, I think even though he went that late, he's still, I think, the wide receiver 1 on their offense. As far as their schedule goes, looking at it, so as you can see, geez, their first 2 weeks.
We need to contact whoever did the NFC North schedule releases for themselves. Like whoever their media people is, we need to have a conversation with them. because the gray wasn't terrible to read between, but the yellow does not. It's just hard to read.
Yeah, no, it is.
Like, do white and green or something. Don't do white and yellow. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys,
Those first 2
or
weeks are
girls, whoever's
tough.
watching this, all right. I think we said Detroit and Green Bay were splitting, so this is the home game.
For Green
So
Bay.
I'm gonna say Green Bay take week 1.
Uh, you know,
They
I
can
think
start. They can. There's a legitimate chance Green Bay starts 2-0. There's also a legitimate chance they start 0-2.
yeah,
But
no,
they will have a win by week 3.
yeah, yeah. You know, I
They
say
will
that.
have a. I mean, they will have a win by week 4. My apologies.
I think they'll
Technically, they will have
be.
a win by week 4.
I'm gonna say they'll be 2-2 through the first 4 weeks, but I think they'll be 0-2. They'll be 0-2 after the first 2 weeks. I think because I think that you know Detroit's going into Green Bay at the right time of the year. They're not going into Detroit, when it's like
In the cold.
yeah, they're not going in there when it's like December, and then again because they're both two top-notch playoff teams. You're not going in there on Sunday Night Football either late in the year when it's going to be like burning cold. So to go in there early in the season in September, I think Detroit wins that. But I think Green Bay loses week 2. So I think the Packers will be 0-2 to start the year, but I think they'll be 2-2 by the end, by going into the bye week.
I could see them being like 3-1. I need to double check something on this because I'm not entirely sure who is playing corner for them.
Yeah, because
So
Jair
I'm just
is gone.
they cut Jair, so I'm like, who are you got playing corner right now? Because I know Stark is his name. The guy they had drafted him in the first round. They let him walk too. They got a dude Isaiah Dunn, Kamal Haddon, Tyrone Herring, Nate Hobbs, Gregory Jr., Kalen King, Keyshawn Nixon, Micah Robinson, and Carrington Valentine. Now, y'all don't cook me if I get this stuff wrong, but I'm going to be real. Javon Bullard, Xavier McKinney. Okay, that's a solid safety duo. I can't lie on that. Your corners are dog crap.
Too. Because I mean,
Isaiah Simmons in your linebacker core, that's not bad with Quay Walker, but Quay Walker got to keep his head straight sometimes. He does make some boneheaded decisions sometimes.
I was gonna say I thought Isaiah Simmons was a converted safety now though.
He was a safety, but he I think he moved to linebacker. No,
I mean, I remember him playing safety a little bit. He's like a box safety for the Cardinals.
yeah, he's a box safety pretty much.
So essentially, like the linebacker.
This is got to be Van Ness, Rashawn Gary, and Luke Van Ness. They gotta carry that. Kenny Clark got to carry that pass rush. They got to get a corner. Oh my god, bro, I'm serious. Like Nate Hobbs, not bad, but he's not great. Keyshawn Nixon's okay.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a number one corner at all.
And it could cost them.
They low key basically like the Bengals of the East, the NFC.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm like. Because you think about their corner situation is not the best. It leaves them vulnerable, and then you're going up against, the Lions wide receiving core. You're going up against the Commanders wide receiving core. You're going up against the Bengals.
They going for 2-2. And
Yeah,
probably dropping Cincinnati. I'm gonna take Cincinnati coming in there and beating them.
you know what?
I think they gave Arizona trouble last time. I know it was in the rain in Green Bay. Green Bay beat them. So I might take Green Bay in that game. But I think they can beat Pittsburgh. They can beat Carolina. They're gonna lose to Philadelphia. Let's go. Let's say at the bye week 2-2, 2-3, 3-3, 4-3.
1-3. I think
Huh?
Dak might eat up the secondary.
Oh, so you're gonna think they'll be going 1-3 to go
I
into the
think they'll
bye?
be 1-3. I think Dak's gonna eat up their secondary. They're gonna be missing. They're
Who's
gonna
running the
be.
ball for? Who's running the ball though for Dallas?
That's a good question. I mean, technically, Dak might do that himself too. Just hope
Green
he's.
Bay historically has owned Dallas, so I'm gonna stick with Green Bay winning that game.
But I
CeeDee
mean,
Lamb might cook them to Kingdom Come, but like on the downside, I want to see what the defense looks like. So 2-2, 1-3. All right, let's just go with the 1-3 then, if you want to say that. All right, 1-3 at the bye week, 1-4 coming out to Cincinnati, 2-4, 3-4, 4-4, 4-5, 5-5. I'll give him the one against Minnesota, so that's 6-5. You lose to we did say that we're going to split against Detroit. So by the trade deadline, you could get a corner.
you could. Hey, who knows? We'll
You never
see.
know. Maybe one of the guys they got on their team breaks out. You never know.
Yeah, he might. He might. They're not beating the Broncos.
Do we really think? I'll say they split with the Bears.
Yeah, let's split with the
I
Bears.
think Green Bay, they're looking at probably like a 10-7, 9-8 season.
Yeah, and call me crazy, but 10-7 might end up having them miss the playoffs, or just barely squeak in at the 7 seed.
Again,
Yeah,
they need a secondary, man. Their corner, if they can get a number one corner by training camp, I'd be a lot more confident in them.
yeah, Sam. Well, all right. Let's go ahead and take us to now the Chicago Bears, the monsters of the Midway. Last year went basically last place in this division at 5-12. Colton Loveland, Luther Burden, good pick. Ozzie Trapillo, Shamar Turner, Ruben Hippolyte II, Za Frazier, Luke Newman, Kyle Mangani, or Monengai.
Monangai probably.
Yeah. Free agent signings Joe Thuney via trade,
Sign trade.
Devin Duvernay, and
Olamide Zacchaeus.
Yes. You know, forgot all about Devin Duvernay for a while.
He's a nobody at this point. No offense to him.
I'm
As
gonna be,
Steve Smith Sr. said, he's just a guy.
yeah. See, I'm gonna be real with you. So, Caleb Williams, year 2. How we feeling about?
Colston Loveland, Cole Kmet is a pretty good tight end duo. That's a really good tight end duo.
I like Luther
And
Burden.
then you got DJ Moore, you got Burden, you got Roma Dunze. You got weapons.
Yeah,
And you
they
got
lost
Joe
Keenan Allen.
Tooney. Keenan Allen wasn't that good for them.
Yeah, nah, but I think his age is caught up to him.
They signed more free agents than this though at their offensive line. I know that for a fact. I'm gonna just pull up their roster here so I can see it. Because I know they signed a couple guys there. I know they signed a center. So I gotta just check that. Man, why is the team signed not nice and organized by position? Bruh. Let's see here. Nope, that guy's trash. Jonah Jackson, Braxton Jones, Joe Tooney, Darnell Wright is probably going to be your offensive line starters. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's better than what it was last year.
True. I mean,
you got your running back room is basically just DeAndre Smith and Roshan Johnson, and just a bunch of nobodies after that. But yeah, they got potential. I mean, Dennis Allen's going to be your defensive coordinator. He's a better defense coordinator than he is a head coach. Let's just get that out of the room. Terrible head coach. But Jalen Johnson career year coming probably, most likely. I'm surprised they did not sign Marcus Williams. I expected him to go there. That would have made a lot of sense for him to go back into the Dennis Allen system, and potentially by training camp, Marshawn Lattimore might get cut from Washington because of cap. He goes back to Dennis Allen. He might have been you never know, his system with Dennis Allen might have helped him a lot. You never know.
Yeah.
He can be like, if he has safety help, he can be more grabby because he'll get beat deep if he doesn't, because he likes to be grabby a lot and physical up close. So you can beat him deeper. And Dennis Allen used to have Marcus Williams hanging over his top to cover that, so he could block guys down underneath. So with that, we're expecting a bigger, better year for Chicago. They got Tyreek Stevenson. Ooh, who remembers that guy?
I'm gonna be real with you. When you say bigger and better year, I'm looking at just 2 games, 2-game improvement. I'm looking at just a 2-game improvement.
2-game improvement? Oof. All right, let's get into this.
I
We already
mean,
said L. I'd expect him to beat New York. Let's be real. He's got to be able to beat New York.
yeah, I think they'll beat New York. Okay, 1. They should be able to. Honestly, I think that might be the game that may send the Steelers into a downward spiral. I would go with. I think they'll beat Pittsburgh.
They could beat Dallas. I think
They
they could beat Dallas.
they could. I'll be generous for now and say,
All
yeah.
right. Let's see. 0-1, 1-1, 0 or 1-1, 1-2, 1-3,
They'll beat the Raiders.
2-3, 3-3, 4-3, 4-4.
They could beat the Saints. That's 5.
Hold on. Wait. Oh, I'm looking at this schedule. Terrible. Oh my god. I'm looking at left, right, left, right, left, right. Not down, left column, then down, right column. Oh my god. Ah.
So I
All right,
think
my bad. All right, let's see. You're
Raiders.
starting the season off 0-2. Starting the year off 0-2, 1-2, 2-2, 2-3, 3-3, 3-4,
They're going to beat Green
3-5.
Bay in one of those games.
Yeah. So you're 3-5 going into New York. Three
They
and
can beat the
six.
Giants. 1, 2,
No, not 3-6.
4,
Oh my god. All right, let's see back. 4-6, right?
6.
No, wait. You got wins, let's say, against the Cowboys, Raiders, and Saints. All right, so let's see. 0-1, 0-2, 1-2, 2-2, 2-3, 3-3, 3-4, 3-5, 4-5, 4-6, 5-6, 5-7, 6-7, 7-7, 7-8,
I'm gonna be real.
7-9,
I think the 7th win will come.
7-11.
I think that 7th win will come on in that last game against the Lions, because I think by then the Lions will have it wrapped up, and I think the Lions may rest the starters.
Maybe, but then also it could be the division comes down to the wire between them and Minnesota, so they'd still have to play their starters probably the first half.
True. Yeah, it could happen.
It depends if Detroit benches their starters or not.
Yeah.
But only yeah, I agree. It's only a 2-win improvement. I want to see 2 extra wins here.
Yeah, I can't go over 7 here. I
really don't know who else it could be. Maybe they split Minnesota. I don't see you beating Washington. I don't see you beating Cincinnati. I don't see you beating San Francisco. Don't see you beating Philadelphia. Your best bet, maybe for extra wins, you're going to have to split against Minnesota and Detroit.
Yeah. Maybe they can get lucky number 8 in one of those Detroit games. Like I said, the only way I could see them getting 8 is 7 or 8 is possibly like, again, if
Somebody just like brutally injured, maybe like, or
not really
Cincinnati's Bengals. The Bengals bangle it up, maybe bungle it up or whatever they call it.
Bengals mess it up, or again, if the Lions have it wrapped up by by like before Christmas, and then that way like the Lions without a shadow of a doubt can just rest the starters. That's something I can
Mm-hmm.
see them getting to like 7 or 8 right now.
Yeah, but knowing Dan Campbell and knowing that we all know Ben Johnson was not locked in for that playoff game. He was too busy getting ready to go to Chicago, a
Mhm.
division rival team. I feel like Detroit's going to be locked in, and they're not going to let them beat them.
Yeah, that could happen. That could happen. All right. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get this predicted order finish out there. So, what we feeling, Ace?
I'm gonna say Detroit takes the title back. I could see Minnesota though. I think it's gonna be close again. Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay, Chicago again. Same
You know,
order as last year, to be honest.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there
I
with you.
think the Green Bay is interesting because they're gonna have to compete with. I think that game. Pull up the the Packers schedule like a real second. I'm gonna yeah, that week 9 game for the Packers might determine if they get in the playoffs or not. I'm gonna be dead real here. I think Carolina's gonna knock on that doorstep for the playoffs this year,
Hmm.
and Green Bay would need that tiebreaker to get in over them.
I'm with you. I'm following you. I'm definitely
Now,
following.
Green Bay might have completely figured out, got a corner and all that. They could they could make a run at the playoffs. They could make a run at that number one, the division crown. But they're not winning the division unless they get a corner. They need a corner. Like
Fact.
Minnesota got Makai Blackman. They got um, Byron Murphy. Detroit's got Terrion Arnold, DJ Reed. Chicago's got Jalen Johnson. Like you need a number one corner, or at least two really good number twos.
Right.
Like Green Bay got they don't got a number one, and I don't even know if you can consider any of theirs like a top end number two. So
Fair. All right, folks. So with that, I mean, we hope you've enjoyed this. That's definitely our predicted order of finish right there. Both of us. I do think, yeah, 1 and 2 is going to be super tight. I think it's going to be a gap between 2 and 3, but I think fourth place in this division is definitely a 7-win team at best this year. So yeah, thank you so much, folks, for tuning in and enjoying this episode.
and keep an eye out for more episodes to come. I don't know what the exact order will be, but
Well,
keep
after
an eye
this,
out for them.
after this one, we got one more, and it'll be the AFC South.
Mm.
Or not AFC South,
Keep an eye
God.
out for that.
North, my bad. Jeez. AFC North is the next one after this one. Where in that one,
Ooh.
Nace will give our Super Bowl picks. Yeah. So without further ado, stay safe, stay blessed. We'll see you on the next episode.